connected the stream yet.
It's starting now, I believe.
Okay. Yep, there it is.
Hello, everyone on YouTube.
Hello,
Coming over
everybody.
from Amanda's stream. It was a great show. As always,
Of course, Amanda always puts on a good show.
we are waiting for our guest to arrive. And these are some behind the scenes moments you get as you do when we're doing these live sessions.
Late night on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, so the reason it's so late is because she's overseas, as far as I know. She's in a country that starts with S. Switzerland, Sweden, Somalia. As David said in Amanda's chat, maybe she's in Denmark. You never know. Maybe she's in Ireland,
Ireland.
Saudi Arabia,
Swaziland.
Swaziland.
That's in South Africa.
Is it?
Yeah.
South Africa, maybe. South America.
South America, yes.
South Dakota.
I think
South
Swaziland
Dakota.
is like one of those little surrounded countries of South. In other words, it's in South Africa, but it's a country. It's like the Vatican is to Italy.
Like Washington, D.C.
Exactly.
So Craig just got back from his audition.
Yeah. And thank you, Melissa. Looking good. Yes, the chops
Damn, looking good.
are there. We will see. I went to the Long Beach Playhouse to audition, and I read for two roles. I read for Scrooge and for Marley's Ghost. And I am waiting for notice of if I've made the callbacks or not. There were quite a few people there tonight. And of course they also had auditions last night too.
I've said it several times, but I do plan on doing a reading for this show
Ooh, yes.
for the holiday season, and you're welcome to audition for that. No, I'm just kidding. You're welcome to be a part of that. We were just talking about
Yes.
actually circles and how communities, how every community theater has its own community. And it's always really difficult if you're not already embedded in a certain community to get in. You got to come in and just blast the doors off your audition, but that's how everybody starts somewhere and sometime, and everybody who's in that community got in somehow, and that's so definitely don't be discouraged and don't not go, but
Absolutely.
tough. It's tough. It's like, even Hollywood, it's like directors know who they like to work with, and the saying it's who you know is a lot of the time accurate, because it's not something that's like, I don't think it's something that's unfair. It's just when you know who you like working with, and when there's performers you trust,
Exactly.
you're directing a show, you want to have people you know and trust in that. So still wishing you the best of luck, but
Thank you.
all of this
Yeah,
to say,
it's tough. I mean, it doesn't matter which theater you get into, because exactly what you're saying, Paul. It's yeah. If that's your home, and you finally got a role, for example, and people like what you do, then they will more than likely call you back. I will say that when I did A Christmas Carol two other times, I never auditioned for it.
hmm,
They were both call-ins. In other words, both knew what I've done with other shows in that area, and they said, "Do you want to do it?" So I said, "Yes." Um, it's a bucket list role for me. It's always been a bucket
I
list
thought
role
you've
for
done
me.
it before.
I have, but I
Oh.
love it. I
Oh.
actually enjoy doing it. It's not one that it's, yes, I did it and I'm done. I will, if I can do it again, I would love to do it again.
It doesn't get crossed off your bucket list. It's a perma bucket list
There we go. Yes.
entry.
Yeah. That's, I mean, Of the many bucket list items that I do have, that is a permanent yes. I just like the opportunity to share at this time of season.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you got to get on top of it. It's like the holidays, they're so crazy how they seem so far off, and then you
Mm-hmm.
start to prep for them, and then boom, they're here, and then they're gone. Um, and I remember, so my grandparents took my whole family to a production of A Christmas Carol on stage when I was probably like 7 or 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And after the show, I remember my mom being just very emotional, and um, I remember asking if she was okay, and she said, I was worried that this year I wouldn't get in the holiday spirit. It wasn't coming to me, but the
Oh,
show just brought it. And I remember just looking up at her, like, as you know, this 8-year-old boy or however old I was, and thinking how weird that sounded. Like, I didn't understand the holiday spirit. I was excited for Christmas because we're gonna get presents,
right.
or going to church a bunch and hearing about the story of Jesus' birth. And um, when you're a kid, I feel like every day you're in the holiday spirit. But now as an adult, I'm just kind of like, I totally get it. And looking back, I'm like, I totally get that. And it's special when you're able to bring the holiday spirit to people. That is this very special thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
To me, that is what this time is about. I mean, okay, yes, you've got Halloween first, and then you've got Thanksgiving, but um, when it comes to the end of the year, uh, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, there's something about, and I mean, yes, there is that good feeling, the fellowship that takes place, uh, and it doesn't really matter what you believe, in my opinion. I mean, you could believe in Festivus, to be perfectly honest, because it's the end of the year and we have the brand new year starting. Celebrate it, and whether I'm Jewish, and many of my friends are, of course, of the Catholic or Christian faith or other faiths.
mm,
My feeling is if I can help them celebrate their holiday in the best way that I know,
mm,
I get a good feeling from that.
that is so generous and selfless of you.
And my brother and sister and I used to go out Christmas caroling. Or actually, okay, I don't know if Don Emery is here or not, but we because we were in the high school band together, he and I would get together and we actually took a group of musicians. I played trumpet like you. He was clarinet, and we had a saxophone, flute, drummer, and we would go out and Christmas carol the music. We'd set up in front of certain people's homes and play the songs, and that was so fun. I love the time. I love the music. I love the feeling, the sharing. That to me is more of what the season is about. To me, I understand the religious side of it too.
Yeah. Well, and it's the cliche, like Jesus is the reason for the season, and it like always, despite all the distractions, always focus on why we're celebrating, but I think, a huge part of it is that this is the time of year we've chosen to, and institutions have chosen to, by giving people time off, um, give people a moment to celebrate and connect with family. The
Mm-hmm.
rest of the year goes by so fast. We're all so busy. And, obviously, everybody's different. Every family is different. People, but this gives the biggest opportunity for the most people to celebrate and spend time with their families. And I think that that's a huge part of the magic,
Yeah,
and to
it's
slow down.
exactly. I almost think that the reset of the year too, and it has to do with that. Whether that's man-made or not, I don't know. Um, the fact that we now have kind of gotten everything down to 12 months, and then starting, okay, let's say October 15th through the end of the year, there's all of the celebrations that take place, and there is a little bit of a craziness to it. But yes, like you were saying, what happens now, it's not just a birthday where you get together with family, but you get together with them for the holidays. You've got Halloween, minor but still important, but then at least especially for the kids. And then you've got Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? And of course, you're going into the last month of the year, and then you have your Hanukkah, your Christmas, sometimes Ramadan, depending upon how the holiday falls. But these are holidays that are again family oriented.
Yeah. The holidays. And we're going to be celebrating. I'm going to put together a program of holiday music for Cove podcast, inviting not just our regular core Vaudacity performers,
Okay.
but other performers we've met along the way so far to submit performances of holiday music
Oh,
for that.
cool.
That'll come out the beginning of December. And yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff that we have planned. I'm gonna go ahead and think that perhaps at some venture our times got mixed up with our guest as she's not here. I'm double checking the because this has happened
Okay.
before where I sent the wrong Zoom link, or Craig and I were sitting chatting in a Zoom link and the guest was waiting in another room,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing that that's a thing. Hang on, let me check my other email. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that's a thing. I think it's just a mix up. So I send out a Calendly link. If anybody out there is familiar with that, it basically offers people your calendar, all the available times that they can meet with you.
Hmm.
And generally that's a it adjusts to whatever time zone the person is in.
Right. That makes sense.
So, I didn't think, and that's how she scheduled it. So I didn't think there'd be a mix up. And I confirmed with her yesterday that we were still on for tonight. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess we just missed her this time, but hopefully very soon we will be able to meet with our guest, Elin Iren, or Elin Iren. I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but we'll find out
Yes.
when we meet her. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and wish everybody a wonderful evening. Thank you for showing up and chatting about the holidays with us.
Yes. Thank you all very, very much. And I know, thank you, Amanda, if you're watching, for leading us in.
A great show from Amanda on Wednesday night, but um, we will be back very soon, and I love you all.
Night.